Good evening, guys. Welcome to our Sports TV. I'm your host Abdul Sami. Today we really had a good time with Chelsea playing West Ham today, the first game of the week in the Premier League. With Chelsea traveling to West Ham to show them that they are really the Club World Cup champions. United demolished them and then ran them to the ground. Yeah, we saw like total supremacy on West Ham. Actually, before I get into the game, you see, West Ham United are really struggling this season. They are going to struggle more. And with the departure of Mo Kudus, they are going to miss him this season. And you could see this transfer window, they didn't do a lot of purchases. They let their star man leave. And then looking at their squad depth, even in this game, there was no player to Graham Potter could have turned to change the game. After the first 11, there was no player to come in and then make the difference. So that really gave Graham Potter the limited options to manage his team. But when the game started, we saw that within the first 5 minutes, Lucas Paqueta scored the first goal and then caused some kind of scare on Chelsea fans and then the Chelsea team. I think that wasn't what they were expecting. Even though the Palace game, they played a goalless draw, yeah, but they didn't come into this game thinking that they will be behind, but a goal to nil was something surprising to me because I didn't see West Ham even scoring a goal, but they managed to get a goal and then they took the lead before Chelsea came back on the 15th minute, courtesy by Cucurella to flick the ball behind the back post for João Pedro to nod into the back of the net. That same pattern happened in that Crystal Palace game over the weekend. I don't know if it is something Chelsea are training for this season to be flicking the ball into the near post and then somebody will flick it at the back post for somebody. We saw a lot of it at the Crystal Palace game, which Marco Cuella was at the end of them. And then today we saw it work. Yeah, with the first goal, him flicking it at the back post and then João Pedro making it count. This man is laid on a hot form. Damn, I can't even stop counting the number of goals he has scored. I think during the Club World Cup campaign, the trend and the level he has been, I think he scored in almost all the games that he played in the Club World Cup. Yeah, and then also the friendlies to his score. I think the only game he didn't score was the game against Crystal Palace. And actually in that game, none of the players were the game they wanted to play, so it made it limited. So I don't think that was his own fault. But today he came into the party by scoring and assisting the second goal to Pedro Neto to make it 2-1. Fast forward, we saw another goal that was assisted by the boy himself, Chelsea Estevao, Chelsea Lamine Yamal, the Brazilian number 41, the star boy for the Blues. I think the boy that every Chelsea fan is always looking on to get into the pitch. We saw the glimpses that he brought into the game against Crystal Palace last weekend when he came on for this thing, Gittins. He really had a bright spark in that game with the last few minutes that he had. I think with the absence of Cole Palmer, who was expected to start but actually had got an injury before the game. I think that was during the warm up. So it was unexpected, and then we saw Estevao starting the game in the absence of Cole Palmer with the injury that he had in the warm up. He came in and he really played ball. The boy doesn't play like he's an 18-year-old boy. He already played mature, like he's been in the Premier League for quite a while now. Yeah, he doesn't look like he needs time to adopt. But giving a proper environment to that boy, the boy is going to be a star player for Chelsea, and then he's going to develop into a world class player, and hopefully somebody Lamine Yamal for the Ballon d'Or one day. At least right now we have a competitor for Lamine Yamal, somebody who is going to contend with Lamine Yamal for the future Ballon d'Or and the future glory of those young stars. I think they both have a very bright future ahead of them. Yeah, but still, I think Chelsea fans should lower their expectation on the boy and let him play his football with a peace of mind, with no pressure. I think he's going to come good. We saw another player scoring his goal who normally score quite often. Moises Caicedo, the beast, the monster, the gladiator of midfielders, and the demolisher of midfielders. We saw what he did against the West Ham defenders. That it wasn't something new. I think he was my man of the match. But though Estevao was given the man of the match award, yeah, he also deserved it. Yeah, he also deserved it. The boy really also deserved it, but Moises Caicedo also deserved it. But kudos to the young chap and kudos to Moises Caicedo for doing what he always does on the midfield. Yeah. We saw Trevor Chalaba, who scored the fifth goal. I think the last goal he scored for his team, Chelsea, was on May 2024. And this is his second goal for the senior side. That was a promising, that's a promising defender. I think this guy was always almost on his way out, and then life gave him a second chance. And right now, he's one of the main defenders for Chelsea right now. I think sometimes when you're about to give up in life, some things just comes in life and then just make a turnaround for you. I think the guy had a turnaround, and that is a massive um, um, thanks for Enzo Maresca and the Chelsea for trusting him. Yeah, surely he's just telling us wherever in whatever situation that you are, don't give up. Keep on pushing. Like what on pushing, you are going to achieve your goal. And that is exactly what he did. When they were pushing out, he knew his words and he knows when he stays, he will get his chance. And when he gets his chance, he's going to make use of it. And right now, he's reaping the rewards of his patience and then his um, accepting the fact that he is a professional footballer. Okay. And also looking at the coaches, I think Graham Potter will have a lot on his plate today after the game. You could see the despair in the owners' eyes when they were losing by that much, and a lot of fans already went out before the game. I think when Chelsea scored the second goal, I saw some fans already going out. But sometimes in football, I don't understand fans. When your team is down, they actually need you fans to give them support, like the morale to show that you are behind them. And sometimes they can pick up if you show them that you are behind them. But if you are leaving and they somehow see you guys leaving, they give up. So I think the West Ham fans, those who went out before the game, actually didn't do something footballing. But those who stayed behind till the end of the match are actual football fans, real fans. That is what football fans is all about. When your team is losing, either they are losing or they are winning, you must be there, whether rain or shine, you must be there to support them. So getting back to Graham Potter, I won't be surprised if this game is his last game. And if that's not so, I think his next 5 games will be so important and crucial to his job for the West Ham side. I won't be surprised if they part ways with him uh, before the second round of fixtures. Yeah, I won't be surprised if they let go of him. So as the game was going on, we saw Enzo Maresca did a lot of changes and then tried to rest his key players, bringing out Gusto and bring on Hato. Cucurella went out, Chalaba went out, and we saw Wesley Fofana making his debut. Yeah, and he looked very good. Yeah. So yeah, that was just it today. Chelsea really came to the party. They showed us why they are the Club World Cup champions, and they showed West Ham that they are they are both from London, but in the pecking order, they are on top, and they will always show their supremacy over them. Yes. So Chelsea are really right now they play 2 games and they have 4 points. I think that's not bad for the season. And I think if they keep on with this, yeah, they will surprise a lot of people. But I still think they need a center back, yeah, to compete properly. So see you another time tomorrow when we bring you another post analysis of